And welcome back to Off the Record with the Careful Boys. That's not being very careful over there.
Sorry.
Hey, be careful, buddy.
We're excited to have Dante Basco with us today.
On this episode of Hot Seat, baby.
Unlucky for him, he's already in the hot seat. We're
I don't
gonna be
even know what
grilling
this is
him.
yet. I've never experienced hot
It
seat.
works even better if you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's basically a grill session, like we were saying earlier. It's like
There's a
reverse.
glory hole right under your butt.
Is it glory hole right there?
Oh, there it is. Found it.
It gets deeper and deeper as
Yeah, it's like a bait bicycle that has a spike go through the seat. Yeah,
I know all the answers to the questions you're gonna ask me.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Do I?
You should.
I think
You're the only one equipped to answer them. How about that?
Yeah, that's actually very true.
we basically start off asking you some very mild questions, and then as we go, we get a little bit deeper, more personal.
Are we gonna need to scrub any of this from the internet later on?
It's
Probably not. At your discretion.
It's an organic conversation. We always throw it on Patreon, you know what I mean?
Well, we like to start off our questions with the coldest questions on Earth, and Bart's really good at generating those. So, Bart, please.
Which finger do you like to pick your nose with?
That's a good.
Pointer.
Why that one?
I think it's a good angle on the nail.
But isn't it kind of big? What about this
I
one?
know it's kind of big, but I got a big non-Filipino.
Filipinos.
Filipinos.
That's a good little warm-up question.
What is your favorite color?
Blue, probably cobalt blue.
Cobalt blue. Cobalt. What kind of artistic shit is that, bro?
Cobalt blue is like a really dark, kind of like deep blue. It's darker than navy.
Is it like metallic?
It's like midnight.
Oh, midnight blue.
Yo, what the fuck is midnight?
Do you like busting nuts with your eyes open or closed?
That's kind of hot.
Is it physically possible? Bless you.
Closed. You're more like a.
I like to.
Oh!
Except for some girls want you to look them in the eye.
Yeah.
That's too much connections.
How do you feel about that?
Depends on the girl.
Lights on or lights off? She's like, depends on the girl.
Like lights on, lights on, lights on.
Yeah.
Like a little bit or like.
No, like a little bit, not hella, like not fluorescent.
Fluorescent?
You don't like the LED strips like
No,
in
no,
TikTokers'
no,
rooms?
no, no. I like a nice warm light. I do like a dimmable like salt lamp or some shit. Like it almost feels like it's like candlelight, but it's actually like.
It's just ambient light.
nice.
But I'm a visual person, so I kind of want to see shit.
You want to see
Yeah.
tones?
I like seeing.
I like to see some things.
I got a question. Okay, so would you consider yourself to being a child actor?
Yes.
Okay.
A grown-up child actor.
Because you were like in junior high or high school when you got your first.
I was like 15 when I did Hook, but I started acting when I was 10.
Okay, so you've been in the industry from a young age, right? And then at the same time, were you going to public school and like, so you had that double life, right? Was it weird, like when your friends and everyone saw you on Hook?
Super weird.
Were you treated differently at school and everything?
Yeah, he was probably slanging pussy right after, right?
No, I kept moving though. I was living in Cerritos, and then I would and people would see me on TV. I remember someone like saw me on Wonder Years, and I was like, oh, it's cool. And then we moved to Paramount, which is like the hood.
Yeah.
Crushing over there too. Shit.
And then I did Hook, but then we got busted shoplifting at Cerritos Mall
After Hook?
As an actor.
in the middle of shooting Hook.
Oh no.
We got hella in trouble.
Because you almost destroyed the movie.
No, we got caught, but then my parents like came down as hard as during Christmas. I was still in like isotoner gloves and shit.
So while you were being like a lost boy on Hook,
You was a lost boy.
You were a lost boy.
At least you had a bad boy character in the movie.
Right.
It's kind of
So
like,
then we
oh,
got
man.
bused to Orange County High School of the Arts, which was at Los Al. And so by the time Hook came out, I was like a new kid in school at there. So I was like kind of just new. I mean,
But were you a popular kid?
I was popular. I mean, I had my brother, so we didn't really care too much about popularity, but we were like with each other. But then all my homies from Paramount were like, Doug, if you were here when your movie came out, you would have been just slaying. And I'm like, but I'm in Los Al, Orange County, with a bunch of girls with Birkenstocks on right now, and they just trying to trip on like I'm wearing baggy jeans.
They would make fun of you for that shit?
No, it was cool. We was cool. It just take it take a while to like kind of like
It's a different style.
different style.
You went
I went from
from
a school that's like 99% like Mexican and black to like a school that was like 99% white. Like literally there was like 13 black kids in the whole school. We were like, damn, this is crazy.
During your acting time, I'm gonna turn up the temperature just a little bit. You know, there's always like the rival, right? It's always two people always going after those roles, and one person, like if Will Smith don't get it, Jamie Foxx is gonna get it. Vin Diesel doesn't get it, The Rock's gonna get it. Who was the guy that was coming up in Hollywood at the same time? You're like, man, fuck you.
JGL.
No, there was no. I mean,
Just Gordon-Levitt.
we were just no. Jordan, he was like a kid. The cat I would see a lot was like John Cho. John Cho was on.
Oh, really?
He and John was like around the same generation.
He's young too?
Yeah, John's like we're about around the same age.
No, I mean like, but he started acting young too?
Young. I mean, we both started seeing each other around like
You're giving the eye?
No, he's cool as hell, but we're different. You're so different.
Yeah.
Like, even if I read, I read for Kumar and
Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
I I remember meeting the producers and directors. Like, you're the first person reading this role, and I went in there and, but I didn't get the role. Like, the guy was like straight up like, you can't get this role. Like in the middle of the.
Yeah, John
too
Cho's
cool, bro.
character is like a nerdy accountant type.
After I watched the movie, it made sense because he fits that stereotype of that college Asian guy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That doesn't go and party and whatever.
Yeah, I was always like an alternate kind of.
You're the
Asian.
Kumar, bro. You're the Kumar.
People said I was John Cho's doppelganger. Do you see it or not?
Yeah,
Nah,
kind of.
nah.
It's not about my hot seat. All right, let's say you had to do a celebrity sex scene with anybody. Who would it be?
Oh shit!
Male or female.
Wow.
Of course, Nick would say that.
Just so these options, you know what I mean?
Celebrity sex scene.
One for each, actually. How about that?
One for
Yes.
I can't even think of celebrity sex scene. I mean, who's dope out there? I mean,
I'm talking rated R. We ain't talking about that. We talking real stuff. You know what I'm saying?
get it in.
Yeah. It's a French movie.
It's like Brown Bunny or some shit.
Have you guys ever done a sex scene?
Nope.
Not with the cameras.
When you're
Sex having ass
I've
answer.
done a few. I've done like 2 or 3 sex scenes. Like I've done makeout scenes, but like sex scenes where you're like
You had to
actually
like
naked.
tape your dick. Those ones.
Yeah, like they either put like a sock on your dick or like.
A sock?
Wait, you actually did a sex scene like
I've done
that?
like two sex scenes. I think.
Why do they put a sock there?
So you won't get too.
So you know I don't know, just
the green
to keep it.
Was it what the girl requests?
Well, it happened one time. I mean, I can't talk. This shit got crazy one time. But so
That's the next question.
no, I don't know about.
It's getting hot.
It's called a hot seat.
I mean, it's first of all, it's not that sexy to do a sex scene.
That's
That's what a lot of people
That's
say.
what I
Because
say
there's
that,
so
yeah.
many
It's so
people
technical,
around,
right?
and you're like, and you're trying to get into it.
Yeah, and the camera's like right.
Trying to be all sexy and shit.
Boom mic that's hitting your asshole and stuff.
You feel the breath of the DP.
Camera guy. Then you start thinking like,
On your neck.
if I put this woman's nipple in my mouth, am I acting?
Oh, you're the line. It's like right on.
Or they just want to see, just do this. Like the director be like, do this, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna do what he's telling me to do.
I'm sorry.
It's not for pleasure.
Wait, you gotta answer my question.
Oh, who?
Yeah, who?
Right now, I don't know. I mean, I remember like like a few years ago, like Shameless, the girl from Shameless, that girl. I was like,
Shameless.
Oh, the main girl.
Emmy Rossum.
Emmy Rossum.
She
Yeah,
was
she's a great actress. Yeah.
And she did some like naked scenes and.
I don't know who the fuck that. Here, one white chick, one Asian chick, one black chick, and one Latin chick.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who the fuck Emily Rossum is.
We want some relatable entertainment from this shit, man.
It's very niche.
4 celebrities.
White chick.
Okay, white chick first. Get them out the way.
I don't know. See, I'm trying to say who's.
There's so many hot ones.
I know some hot ones, but y'all trying to not say someone you met because then you used to look like perv.
Who cares?
Okay, what is it easier if it's not
He
someone
also
like
knows all of these
you would
people
say
too.
Sharon Stone?
Yeah, old school Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
Well, let's say like out right now. Let's say like
Oh.
I don't even know Latin chick.
Latin chick?
Like I don't know. I don't even know names. I don't know names of some of these cats.
What are they in? What are they in?
Ava Longoria?
Oh, Eva Longoria.
No,
Like I
I
just said,
think
a food
in the
dish.
heyday, Selma Hayek.
Okay,
I was
okay.
gonna suggest that.
She's like Spanish, huh?
3 more chicks now.
Okay.
3 more chicks.
Sofia Vergara.
I love Sophia.
Oh,
Vergara.
yeah.
She's very good.
Nah, you already maximized the Latin one.
Okay, white girl. Let's go with. We can go all eras, huh? Let me see.
All eras.
Preferably somebody that's like you've already
Betty
met, though.
White.
Probably someone you already met.
Someone we can at.
We can tag in this video
Someone who's
clip.
watching
Someone we
right
could
now.
put your face next to theirs.
Strange. You know, not just when you like as a kid growing up, you like jerked off to some girl,
Yep.
Yeah.
actress or something, model, and then you work with them.
Oh,
And they like start
that
talking.
is weird.
I ain't saying shit.
I jerked off on all of
I already know what you're talking
And you're like, what the fuck are we talking right now for?
Who'd you jerk off to?
Is this where does this come on?
This is on YouTube.
It's just going to my hard
Yeah,
drive.
yeah. No, this is cool. This is
The
classic.
cameras ain't even
I remember
on.
when I was younger, Robin Givens. Robin
Givens.
Robin Givens.
Today's video is brought to you by Curology.
See this really cool lip balm? Mm-hmm. I've been using it like crazy.
It's like a lightsaber.
Yeah, because you could do it one-handed. So I keep mine in my, you know, little pocket on the door. And then, so when I'm driving, and in Vegas it's really dry, I don't have to use two hands, and I can just use this and moisturize my lips.
Wow, look at that. And you need a lot of chapstick in dry ass places like Nevada too.
I have to put it on, I think, like 3 or 4 times a day. It's pretty dry there.
Dang. Well, I've been using Curology for like the last 2 years, and it's pretty cool. The process is very, very simple, and it takes the thinking out of all this because you go on their site, you fill out their survey of all the things that you need or you want a desire for your skin. You got too much grease, you want to work on that. You got too many wrinkles, you want to work on that. You got acne, you want to work on that. Well, fine. They create a licensed dermatology provider creates a specific formula custom to you, and check it out. A box comes, right, with these items. For me, I get a face wash right here, and after that, I put my specific Joe formula on, and then after that, I moisturize to seal the deal. And they made all the skincare stuff super easy for me, which makes me achieve it more. When you have to think, I think that's when things get really hard to do. When I gotta go to the store and pick what is the best brand, I gotta research all this. It's too overwhelming, I don't wanna do it anymore. They send this package, it comes on a routine, and then I go and then I can do my skincare routine.
So if you want to up your skincare routine, go check them out because they got a super sick deal where you get a free 30-day trial, an entire month. All you have to do is pay $5 for the shipping and handling. You go to Curology.com/offtherecord, Curology.com/offtherecord for a free 30-day trial. Only pay $5 for the shipping and handling of the box. And what's cool is you can cancel at any time, and your prescription is subject to the consultation. Go check them out.
Oh, that was my follow-up question is, did you meet someone that you crushed on in person, and then how did that feel like? And then Robin Givens is one, right?
Yeah, Robin Givens
not only
is one.
crushed, but you released on.
Black girl.
When I was young, that's black. Yeah, black girl. That's a black girl.
Yeah, Robin Givens.
And
Robin
then
Givens.
white girl. I mean,
Oh, did you ever have a thing with Tatiana Ali after filming?
no, we didn't. But I mean,
Because that was like
together.
we had some good.
good together.
I knew her
We
for a
bond
while.
together.
I played her boyfriend in Fresh Prince. Robin Givens was on that episode too, and then she played my girlfriend in Faking the Funk.
Yeah.
But no, I mean we also partied in the same circle, so I was friends with her and her boyfriend at the time, Jonathan Brandis.
Oh,
passed
Sequest?
But when it became real, was it like, did it take the magic away and the crush away?
Nah, she was still bad.
Oh, okay.
Did you try to smell her every now and then? Like,
No, she said she actually. We're in the table read, right? We're in the table read.
Oh, you guys are reading together?
So before you shoot the show on Monday, you shoot the show on Friday. On Monday, the whole cast gets together and they table read, and so you just do it like table read. And so she's sitting next to me. I'm like, damn. And then she goes over to me because we're both guest starring on the show, and she's like, aren't you? Doesn't it make you trip out? Like, feels like we're like, you know, like we're the guests on the show. Everyone knows each other. No, like we don't even know anybody. And I'm like talking. I'm like, yeah. Like you're vibing with her. Like, damn, we're both in this new experience together. In the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, I remember you in Playboy, very vividly.
Hey, worst movie you were ever a part of?
Worst?
yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
There's a movie that you can't find. I can't find it.
Bet you I'll find it.
No.
I'll bet you he finds
I've
it.
never seen
Bro.
it. I've never seen it. It was
Our fans
called
will.
Sinbad and the Dark Knights or something like that. Richard Grieco played Sinbad.
Richard Grieco played Sinbad?
Yes. And I played his sidekick, like the Prince of China. I got like a turban on, I got a sword and shit. And we shot in Jordan and like fucking, I don't know, Bulgaria or something. And I mean, Dean Stockwell's in the movie. There's some people in the movie, but it's like we're running around. I don't even fucking know. I heard it's horrible. I don't remember. I barely remember
You
doing
didn't go
it.
to the screening or nothing?
Nah, I didn't go to that screen.
You were the king of China, bro.
I was a prince of China.
My bad, Prince of China.
And I had a turban on.
That's a
and
big
I had
deal.
Sword,
I don't know. Prince of China had a turban.
horses, and Richard Grieco from 21 Jump Street and Booker, who I was also his sidekick on Booker. His show, the spinoff. I was his sidekick, Ping Pong. I was called Ping Pong.
Your name was
Ping Pong. Oh my
Hey,
God.
this is back in the day.
What year was this?
This is fucking 90.
1990 racist.
90, 91.
Can you guys call me Ping Pong from now on?
You look like a ping pong.
Can you guys call? Can I just be Ping
But they call
Pong?
me, they call me Ping. He was like Ping.
That's so goddamn
You do look
racist.
like a ping pong.
Ping Pong, bro.
What's the most racist thing you've experienced like on set?
Other than being named Ping Pong with a turban as Prince of China?
No, Prince of China. Prince of China's another one, but then Booker while I was Ping Pong.
Yeah,
was
what's
his
the
background.
most racist thing you've experienced on set?
Racist?
Being called ping pong.
We call ping pong offset.
I mean, now thinking back, Ping Pong seemed real racist in a way, but it wasn't. Because I was playing a street kid. Because I was always, if they hired me to play Asian role, I was never the type of Asian that anyone wanted.
Yeah.
So it was always like,
Yeah, you was John Cho.
usually I was like, not John. John's dope. But like I wasn't like whatever. I was like a hip hop Asian kid. So they're always like, oh, you're like.
How do I make sense of you is what they were doing. He goes, you don't look like a guy that delivers Chinese food to me, so I don't know what the fuck to do to it. What do you
Well,
call
they
it?
didn't even know what kind of Asian I was.
They didn't know what a Filipino
They
was.
probably asked like that. What kind of Asian are you?
Always. They're like, no, they didn't even like, what are you?
They'd be like, what is your category?
And
Because
then,
at the time, a lot of Filipino actors were playing Chinese, right? And other like.
not Mexican. Half of my shit growing up was Latino and half of it was Asian. So I basically had this thing. I was like, what's the role? And they're like, it's Chinese. And I go, well, my grandma on my dad's side, she's like part Chinese or Asian. They're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then like, I get the role. And they'd be like,
Damn.
what's this role? They're like, Mexican. I'm like,
Beautiful.
you know, we're like Latino. Like we got colonized. We're like the Latinos.
I
and
mean, you
Asian.
grew up in Paramount.
Like
so
from
that's
Paramount, I
kinda
was like, oh, you guys are like basically like Mexicans. I'm like, yeah, same kind of stuff. Like,
Hey, who's the most asshole co-star you ever worked with?
And just say the movie.
man, you can't be talking about. Let me think.
Well, you're in the hot seat. Everyone knows what the hot seat is, so if whatever you say doesn't matter.
Most
Change the name,
asshole
change
of
the name.
all time.
Yeah.
I can't.
Change the
I
name.
don't
Change the
know.
name.
Yeah. What does it rhyme with?
Asshole.
Okay, how about this? How about this? Your favorite co-star.
No.
Yeah, who's your favorite?
Like favorite. Without the winking.
Without the winking.
Who's the favorite co-star you never want to work with again?
I mean, I don't know. Some people like. Usually the big stars are really cool. The big stars are like always
They're
really
always
cool
cool?
because they're like they don't give a fuck. They're like big stars. When smaller actors come in and they just be doing too much.
Like when they steal lines. and
What's an
shit.
example of something they would do?
One dude, I was
Slash their names, full name.
no, I don't even remember their name, and he's not even a bad person. I don't know if I can. So I come to set one time, he's like, and we're about to do this scene, and this dude's like going around doing shit. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I just don't know what animal I'm gonna be today. I said, animal? My dude's like, I don't know if I'm a tiger. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's like,
Animals,
and I just
the
got
show?
back from the Philippines, and then we're trying to shoot this scene. He wants to tussle. Can we just improv a fight scene? I'm like,
Oh my god.
nah, dog, we can't improv no fucking fight scene. You're fucking crazy.
That doesn't even make sense in the script.
It don't even make no sense. And yelling at me shit, wrong lines. I'm like, this dude's fucking wilding the fuck
Oh
out.
my
He's
God.
a tiger today, and he's on some bullshit.
Is he still an active actor
Yeah,
today?
I mean, I guess it's just his style. Maybe it just wasn't flowing with my style. At least not that day. And I
Yeah.
definitely did not want to improv no goddamn tussle.
Fight
with
scene. When you were doing a Hook, did anybody else screen test for Rufio?
A gang of people did. Originally, I met another actor that said he had got the role before I did.
How many of them killed themselves after they didn't get the
I don't know.
That's crazy. So someone else got the role before you, and then they're like, sorry, Dante's better.
No, supposedly, but who knows? Kid actors, you know, you're around the same circuit. People tell you stories all the time. And this one of these kids, one of the kids that worked all the time. He was like in RoboCop, and he was like, I got that role before
He's the
you
bad
did.
kid from
yeah,
RoboCop?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ryan knows everything.
He was I know you're like a cinephile.
I followed your career, bro.
Hey, but that kid was like, I remember him. I haven't seen him in years, but as kid actors, he was kind of strange. Like we were like young, like 13, 14. He would show up like no shirt on, like with a jacket, like being crazy. I'm like, who is this kid? And we're like 14. Him and his sister had like a weird, he was intense little dude. The thing about kid actors is we would all, there's a one dentist office in Hollywood that we all go to.
How come?
Because he had specialized these things called flippers where when you lose your teeth, you they put fake teeth in
pop it in?
for kids.
Oh, because all kids be fucking losing teeth.
And then before Invisalign, he had another thing they created that was braces that you don't have to keep in. You can take your braces out, so when you're working, you can take.
What?
Wow.
Braces?
Yeah, so we all, like, when you go there, you literally, like, every actor for the last 40 years is in that place. So we all running to each other at Dr. Smith and Dr. Smith.
I'm gonna ask you a real hot question right now, okay? Real hot one. On some serious shit. You're a kid actor.
Yes.
Anybody in the industry ever like put you in an uncomfortable situation or take advantage of you like that?
Well, you can't get through this industry without, like, an true Hollywood story. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially, I've been in the game 35 years, and I started as a kid. Thank God I haven't had the worst of it, but I've been around darkness. You know what I'm saying? The darkness. And
Did the darkness touch you?
it didn't touch me, but it touched a family member.
Oh.
And it was horrible. It's not good.
Damn.
And it was, it's one of the things that you go like, I almost wrote it in my book, but I'm like, it's not really my story to tell, even though it's very much affected by it, but it's like, real shit happens, man. And
Do you go like, is this industry worth it?
not only does it that, is it like, is somewhere my fame and whatever I'm doing, did that help cause that?
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Has any concept of justice come around for that particular situation?
I mean, yeah, people, it's been years ago, so people went to jail, people have passed on now. I mean, it's very...
So there was some form of justice, like they didn't come out and...
There is some form of justice, and as a kid going through it, you wish you could do more. You just feel so impotent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then to family members, you just, there's times in life where you felt like, I wasn't there for you, I didn't do this right, we could have done, like, you know what I'm saying? But as a family coming to Hollywood unequipped with what was gonna happen with everything, the fame and the industry, the ups, the downs, this, and then also being an Asian family. So it's already about saving face. It's all about don't talk about certain things, and then all of a sudden it just becomes like years of like, oh shit, don't talk about that shit that happened. You know what I'm saying? Shit's fucked up, but that's part of the industry sometimes. It's part of life, but it's just mad.
I'm glad you're still stand-up dude and all right, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man.